What was it like when you found out that you were going to be the head coach of the women's team at Pan Pacs?
I try to keep it cool, but I really wanted to talk to somebody about it, and Lindsay asked me not to. So the best I could do is just kind of take a moment and then really appreciate what that meant. Certainly for me, my career, but ultimately I think as a reflection of the program and the things we've done at the University of Louisville in the last 15 years, I think it's a marker. It's a marker moment for all of us, and a very special moment.
Was there like, who did you get to talk to? Was it your wife?
My wife. Yes, my wife, and I told her she couldn't tell anybody, and she was very excited and very proud. My wife plays a huge role in all this. Being the wife of a swim coach, and it's not an easy thing. So very proud and very honored that she supported me, and I felt it was the right thing to certainly have her share the moment with me for sure.
So you've been on staff for a couple of years, or well, last year, and then you were at Short Course Worlds. You were the head coach at that meet. What are the things that you've taken away from your first experiences on the #1 U.S. team that you're going to kind of put towards this one?
I think I spent a little time, talking to coaches that have a little bit more experience than you, and I got some great advice. I think the biggest thing in this, it's you're not trying to do too much. You're there to really guide the athletes, provide, for whatever really they need at that point. The work will be done by the time we get there. So it's really a matter of, really keeping simple things in mind, and really I love the team aspect of this. That's what I've always loved and always appreciated every opportunity I've had to be involved with Team USA. There's something really powerful about wearing the red, blue, and white, and I think for me it's a great honor personally, and I want to make sure that shows in everything we do.
So you've been a head coach and an assistant coach for Team USA. What's kind of the difference there for you?
I think that's one of the things I've always appreciated. There are no egos in Team USA. I think this past summer at the World Championships with some of the biggest names, and certainly the guys that I've grown up in my coaching career watching, and Eddie Rees and Greg Troy, and and guys that and then certainly Greg Meehan and Dave Durden, the way these guys have gone about their business and building programs. So to me, I've learned from a little bit of all of them, and kind of try to watch what they do, ask questions. And I did ask Dave Durden, what advice do you have for me here, and he said just don't do what I do. So I got that going for me. But these are good guys. We have a great time, and I think it's whatever it takes. I think that's one of the things that was really clear at the World Championships in Budapest is, when somebody needed to go to a warm-down pool, and Eddie Rees, said, yeah, I'll go to the warm-down pool today and be there, miss the session. And I think that sets the tone, and I think it's always been that way. So nothing is beneath us, nothing is above us. I think all of us will go into what can we do for our athletes and provide the best environment for all of them.
So how do you see that kind of no egos with the coaching staff? Do you see a trickle-down effect to the athletes? Because if like an athlete's coach is there on staff, but they're at the warm-down pool while they have a swim that finals night, does that seem to affect them, or do you think they kind of see that and follow suit?
No, I think it's really it starts with that. What can I do today, right, to help our mission here as a country, as a program, in our swimming world here, if you will. So, and I think it's with the athletes too, and I think it starts with great leadership. I think this past summer, and you have captains, team captains, and Grievers, and Nathan Adrian, and Elizabeth Bizo. I mean, these are the best of the best people. So I think in many ways they made the lives of the head coaches a little bit easier, because those guys, they ran the team, they have experience, and then open communication. I think that's maybe the most important piece of all this. It's to address things and be ahead of any potential issues, and just communicate at a high level with any and all.
We asked this question to Ray. It's a bit of a different sort of team because you're also selecting another team, World Championships, and then really everything else in the next year. And that could mean that you're competing against each other as opposed to competing together, like it was at Worlds, and then before that at the Olympics, both of which really good team chemistry meets. Is that a concern for you, that it could become one athlete or one group of athletes versus another athlete instead of being a real team thing, because they do have different goals?
I really hadn't thought about that, and I don't think would be an issue.
Okay.
And I think, again, that's part of the culture of Team USA. It's, what can each person do to help the overall mission. And then yes, everybody's going to fight for their own when the gun goes off and you're battling in the pool. But at the end of the day, every experience I've had has been it's a very fair environment, and I think it's something that we all appreciate and I think thrive on really.
All right. Thanks,
Question for you for nationals specifically. What's the environment like for with everything at stake? What would
Sure.
you describe
I think Olympic trials has so much on the line, and I think to a certain extent this is not that different from that. I mean, maybe being outdoors and we may not have the fire show, or maybe we will. I don't know that. I guess we're gonna have to find out. But ultimately, really what it means, and I think for the athletes, what's at stake is exactly that, and the fact that it's really a selection meet that encapsulates almost 2 cycles, if you will. 18 and 19, so it's important. It's something that I know the athletes are very well aware of, the importance of it, and I think the environment is going to be electric. I think just as a coach, I certainly look forward to it as a fan. It's certainly nerve-wracking at times, but it's I mean, if you love the sport, there's nothing better, no better place to be.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Thank you.